Listen. Most of you aren't even having real thoughts. That's not an insult. That's an observation. You're recycling, replaying, repeating what you've already seen, dressed up like it came from you. Same feeds, same voices, same opinions, just wearing different faces, and somehow everyone sounds the same. You scroll, you absorb, you agree, and then you speak like it was yours. No friction, no resistance, no challenge to it, just comfort, and comfort will never sharpen your mind. Comfort keeps you predictable. Real thinking, it's uncomfortable. It forces you to sit with something that doesn't fit neatly into what you already believe. It stretches you. It presses you. And most people avoid that at all cost. You want to grow? Then you need to hear people you don't agree with, not your circle, not your echo chamber, not your algorithm-fed safe space. I'm talking about real difference. The kind that makes you pause mid-thought, the kind that makes you go, wait. Because that's where your mind sharpens, that's where something real happens. Because in that moment, one of two things will occur. You either stand on what you said with clarity, with conviction, with understanding, or you realize, damn, that wasn't as solid as I thought. And you adjust, you refine, you evolve. Either way, you win. But most people never get there because they never step outside what feels good to believe. And this is where it gets deeper. The Dunning-Kruger effect. Real psychology, not theory, observable reality. The less someone actually knows, the more certain they sound. You've seen it. Loud, confident, quick to speak. No hesitation, like they've solved the whole thing. But the ones who truly think, they slow down, they question themselves. They sit with uncertainty. They don't rush to dominate the room because they understand something most don't. Thinking is not performance. It's process. So what happens? The room gets filled with noise, and the people with depth, with nuance, with something real to say, stay quiet. Not because they don't know, but because they do. They understand the weight of being wrong. They understand complexity. They understand that truth isn't always loud. And that's why everything feels backwards right now, because it is. Truth isn't gone, it's just buried under confidence that hasn't been tested. And instead of facing that, people try to silence everything. Block this. Cancel that. Don't listen to them. Why? Because it's easier to remove friction than to face it, but that's dangerous. Because when you silence everything, you don't eliminate bad ideas, you hide them. And hidden nonsense is far more dangerous than loud nonsense, at least when it's visible. You can study it. You can recognize it. You can avoid it. You can sharpen yourself against it. But when everything becomes curated, filtered, sanitized, you lose contrast. And without contrast, you lose clarity. So yeah, let people talk even when they're wrong. Especially when they're wrong, because that gives you the opportunity to see clearly in you. Say what you're thinking. Even if your voice shakes a little, even if it's not fully formed yet, even if it disrupts the room, because if you're always safe, always agreeable, always aligning with what's already been said, you don't grow, you fade. Say something real, even if it's imperfect, because truth is refined through expression, not silence. Me, I'm still refining, still learning, still catching myself in my own blind spots. I don't have it all figured out, and I'm not trying to pretend that I do. But I'll tell you this. I would rather wrestle with my own thoughts, question them, break them down, rebuild them over and over again, than live my life repeating something I never actually examined. That's the difference. We don't need more opinions. We're drowning in opinions. What we need is There's more people willing to test what they believe, to challenge it, to pressure it, to sit with it long enough to know if it's actually theirs. Because the world doesn't improve from volume, it improves when people who can think actually speak. So the next time you open your mouth, ask yourself, did I arrive at this, or did I inherit it? Because one builds you, and the other just passes through you. Think, question, speak.